Hello and welcome there guys. Today I'm going to be bringing you some audio commentary from some StarCraft 2 games I've played on the ladder and everything like that. My name's Brain Damage. I'm going to be doing some audio casting and stuff like that over the next few months, years. Never know how long it will last for, depending on how much time I get to do all of this stuff and everything. So, let's bring up the Versus tab. So up here you can see we've got PameParalia. Think it's pronounced like that. Over here in the bottom right corner in the red, which is Protoss player. Up here in the top left we've got myself, StarzBrain, and I'm the blue Zerg player. Just sending out my overlord over to the right to scout that. You can see sending out a scout after he plopped down that pylon at the front of his base. Yeah, so let's bring up this production tab as well before I forget this. Always nice to see what's going on when you're watching a replay. So yeah, basically I'm just going to be bringing you some StarCraft 2 commentary, be doing some Shogun stuff as well once I get around to it. I'm still having some problems with getting it all set up and everything, but should be on the way nonetheless soon. So as you can see, it's going over to the left first. I'm not really able to scout that. As I'm in the top left over here, and sending down the second overlord to the bottom corner. Please forgive me if I'm doing a bit crap. This is my first cast. Hopefully I'll get better over time, and the more casts I'll be doing I should be improving and all the rest of it. So as you can see, I'll be going here for a 15 hatch fast expansion build. The probe does actually see my drone, so he should know that the fast expansion is on its way, although he's not attempting to block it or anything like that, because it can become quite annoying once they plop down like a little pylon or something like that, possibly even followed up by a gateway, which really delays your hatchery and basically forces you to go to a one base build for the beginning, or basically expand to another expansion. It's not too bad on this map. I could have just taken the front here, but then I wanted to take this second down here because it's a little bit safer, I feel, at the beginning stages of the game, because it's kind of hidden away in this little pocket. You have to take down the rocks, and obviously I will put some scouting material there, so I'll be able to see if he's going to attempt to do anything with that. So over here, Protoss taking his gas, nearly done. We've got one gateway down, chrono boosting out Zealots at the moment by the looks of things. Over here, throwing down the cybernetics core. And then, yeah, got my worker just chasing that little worker off the probe over the map, and just making sure that he's not thrown down any like proxy pylons or trying to do any cheesy stuff or anything like that. Other than that, I think I went for the 14 pull, 13 gas, and yeah, it's just pretty standard opening from me, just trying to get my economy on the way, droning up like mad basically. And here my opponent decides to go for some kind of early pressure, so he sends out his first 3 zealots, and there's a 4th one on the way by the looks of things. Probably just to make sure that his main's secure in case there's going to be any Zergling run-bys or anything like that. Throwing down the second gateway, and also throwing down the forge. So as you can see at the moment, he's got 28 over my 25 supply, and the zealots are just about to make their way into my base. I don't believe he's actually seen it yet. No, he hasn't. So he hasn't seen my hatchery up here yet. Doesn't know that this is here, and going straight into the main with all 3 of his zealots. So a little bit of miss micro here by my queen, just letting that stand there, taking a lot of hits from these zealots and taking a lot of damage basically. Also walking her off creep, which means she's going to be able to get taken down fairly easy from those few zealots that are in my base causing havoc. So as you can see on the production tab, I've got 12 lings on the way to dispense of these zealots, and hopefully get rid of that threat in just a second. So as you can see, I've got my 12 Zerglings up here. Actually, that's not all of them yet. Here we go, there's the rest of them. So they're all coming up and going for it. Going to try to take these zealots out. So over here we've got the Zerglings coming in, getting a nice surround as much as possible because of the hatchery in the way. And oh my god, this is actually really close. If you look, the hatchery went down to 49 hit points and actually nearly got taken out. I think that's like 2 more shots from those zealots and that should have been down. So I'm just gonna position my lings here on the ramp for the minute, basically drone up again. All my workers been transferred down here, so I didn't really lose any of these. Not too much damage has been done really. Roach Warren also on its way, got my queen down here, so kind of putting that into my main, seeing as I wanted to take the layer tech, but I was getting harassed in my main. I didn't know, is it going to go down, what's going to happen, so basically just decided to take up on my natural. Over here in the meanwhile, the Protoss player just got very Zealot heavy force on the way. First two Stalkers are out, well, first one's out, second one's on its way, and third one's also on its way. Over here you can see he's getting his +1 upgrades, also putting down a robotic facility and another pylon. It's got the double gas going. His Nexus energy actually fairly high, so I'm not sure if he's saving those chrono boosts for anything or if it's just bad micro. Then again, this is Gold League, so don't expect any superior or perfect play or anything like that. So as you can see, I'm just macroing up, and got a few lings out, got that speed upgrade, starting to get the first few roaches out now. Still macroing up quite hard though. Got a few overlords positioned over the map just to give me a little bit of scouting information, see if he's taking this expansion down here. Also, this overlord is used, it's going to be morphed into an overseer into the later stages of the game, and then just be flown into the base to see whether I can stop any of his tech building, to see whether I can scout any important stuff like Dark Templar Shrine or something like that. You never know, there's a lot of stuff that he could go for. So as you can see, he's gearing up to take his second as well now, his natural, straight outside the front of the base, also protecting that quite well with a small force there. Sends out an observer to my side of the base, so I'll be able to get some scouting off. In the meanwhile, I'm taking my third. Yeah, and you can see there's the first 4 stalkers moving out across the base. As I've got my little ling in the middle of on the Xelnaga watchtower, I will be able to see that, reacting accordingly, taking all my lings, and then basically just dispensing of that little threat of 4 stalkers. And these lings get a nice surround on it. I don't think he clocked onto that, or he did, but a little bit too late. So all of these stalkers will get taken out with no problems. That shit is set him back and actually leave him quite open for all of my roaches. So then I'll basically just do a little bit of scouting with my links just to see what's going on. I see he's got this expansion going and everything. Got another gateway added here. So I've decided to bring down all of my army basically, all of my roaches, everything, and kind of go for a pretty heavy timing attacks. And well, it's not really a timing attack, I mean I just decided to go for an attack because of the fact that I did manage to take those 4 stalkers out in the middle without taking any losses really. So basically just kiting those zealots down here a little bit. You can see they're getting pretty annoyed by that. Put all his workers off his main that he could save, because I sent all my lings in to do some harassment straight away. So as you can see, I'm just trying to pick off some pylons, trying to take down that main house. In the meantime, got all my roaches down here, trying to do some more damage and stuff like that. Over here you can see he's bringing down all his probes, his stalker, his zealots and everything to try and get rid of all these lings in his base. Nonetheless, his expansion got taken out, and I decided, you know, these lings are pretty expendable. Let's just try and take out as many of these probes as possible before they go down. That's the reason why I didn't decide to kind of run them away. In the meantime, just regrouping, more army over here, macroing up hard. And yeah, just trying to basically do as much damage as possible with this push, with all my roaches and lings and everything like that. And at this particular moment I saw he sent all his probes in, he lost quite a few of them, they hadn't been mining for so long, he's got barely any units. I might as well just go and try and finish this. So as you can see, just constantly streaming units across the map, so there's more and more and more. And yeah, I think there's not really a lot my opponent can do now at this stage of the game. As you can see, you know, down here all of these probes like dying pretty easily to all these roaches. I mean, yeah, probes are not a very good way to fight a battle. Might be helpful as a meat shield or something like that, but then again, you never really want to lose too many probes, otherwise it's just too hurtful in your economy and it won't allow you to get back into the game. So I'm just picking off his second Nexus. Actually got 3 more roaches down here from the early stages of the battle, which I forgot about. Kind of embarrassing, shouldn't have happened, but anyway, I do manage to take both of the Nexi out regardless, and it's not really a lot my opponent can do. I mean, he did get a sentry out that barely survived, 3 hit points, that's actually so lucky. But nonetheless, I'll just be able to push up that ramp and just take out the pylon that was standing there, take out the cannons, and I think that's pretty much GG. So you know, there's not really a lot my opponent can do. I mean, usually he should have left that game like 2 minutes, 3 minutes ago when he saw that it's just over for him, but then again, this is Gold League, so you get very resilient players, kind of like fight until the very last breath and everything's possible, and I don't know, man. In this situation, unfortunately not, as you can see in just a second, as my opponent is just, I don't know what he's doing. He's actually doing absolutely nothing, just kind of sitting here waiting for me to finish all his structures, I guess, as he's probably quite annoyed that he lost this game. I don't know, man. In all honesty, I thought that was a pretty good game to my opponent, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna have to wrap it up now because I do not have my director's account unlocked yet, which means that my videos can only be up to 15 minutes for the moment. I'm working on that. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you longer videos in the future, and I'll see you guys next time, I guess.